Okay. We're waiting. I see a whole bunch of people still coming from the parking lot coming on in, so we're just going to give them a little bit more time, and we are also waiting for President Hall, so it's always good to wait for the president. All right.
This is the only one without our name tagging. Future ATPA member.
I like that.
Wow.
Everyone. So welcome to Mercy College's Moving Up ceremony for the DPT program. And if I go to the next slide, we are honoring the class of 2023 and 2024 today. So not only do we have all of you here in the audience, which we are so excited that we could do this in person. So woo! we also, if I look at the live stream camera, I know that there's family members and individuals who are watching via live stream, and we're really excited that you could join us as well. The last 2 years, we have had to do this completely live stream, and so I've been talking to a camera. Well, the students are always in the room, but for the last 2 years. So it really is just wonderful to have the ability to actually touch people who can't come and who live too far away to be here, and also have all of you join us. So I'm a miss. My name is Dr. Nanette Highland. I am the PT Program Director. And with us today, we have I'll go to the keynote last, we have the faculty up on stage. Let me introduce them. So we have Professor Linda Feeback, Dr. Mark Campo, Dr. James Gurley, Dr. Kathy Ryans, Dr. Matt Highland, Dr. Ruth Hansen, and our keynote speaker, Dr. Steve D'Ambrosio. All right, hold on. So typically at this point, I usually, the president is not here, and I do apologize on that. It's probably my error in making sure he's not here. But he really enjoys this, and if he does, I left a voicemail with him. If he comes, I'm sure he'll say something at the end. But the president has, when we had the first COVID shutdown in 2020, the DPT program actually asked if we could do the moving up ceremony, and it was the only, and everybody was in the auditorium all spread out, and it was the only event that the president actually came to that year, like in person. So he wanted to come in person and not be live stream. So to me, that's always shown how much he really appreciates and understands the importance of all of you and what impact you're going to have on our profession, and also to support for the program overall. The next individual is our interim dean, Kathleen Golitz, and she's actually teaching over in the G classrooms right now. So she recorded this for us.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry I can't be with you in person today. I want to congratulate each of you as you receive your white coat. This coat symbolizes a major accomplishment. You have worked incredibly hard to get to this point in your studies over a difficult and challenging past 2 years. But you did it, and you should be very proud of the accomplishment. You showed strength, determination, adaptability, and resilience to get to here today. I have no doubt that you'll continue to draw on these important skills as you go out into clinical practice. You are entering healthcare when our communities need your skills and knowledge more than ever. Patients and their families will be depending upon you. You are well prepared and have an incredible opportunity to make a difference in the lives of others. Strive for excellence and be the very best that you can be. Remember the 3 C's: be conscientious, competent, and most of all, compassionate. A simple smile, a kind word, a touch, or the smallest act of caring has the potential to turn a life around. Don't underestimate the significant difference that you can have. The PT program has provided you with a strong foundation. It's time to embrace everything that you have learned and put it to good use. Best of luck to you, and have a wonderful celebration.
All right. So some of you may have wondered, when your significant others or children or friends and family members asked you to come to the moving up ceremony. And even sometimes our own students will ask me, what is the moving up ceremony? And it really is a symbolic time where we try to memorialize students who have completed a significant portion of the didactic requirements, our curriculum. So for the class of 2024, they have completed 2 full years of basically sitting in classes with a little bit of labs here and there, a few what we call integrated experiences, where we'll bring individuals into the classroom who may have a condition that's something like they're going to actually work with. And so they're going to be going out on their first full-time 8-week clinical coming up. Some of them on Monday, this Monday, and others next Monday, which is when the majority of you guys are going out. So then once you get to so for them, what you'll see is they're going to get their clipboard and their name badges. So it really is symbolic that you've gotten through 2 years of the program and you're going out to actually work 40 hours a week for the next 8 weeks as a student physical therapist. Then we get to the 3rd year of the program. After that, so they already completed that last summer, if you remember. Seemed like a long time ago, huh? So then they come back and they basically have 2 more semesters of, pretty simple classwork. So I know most of you have been suffering probably these last 2 weeks, because this group alone in the last 3 days have completed, actually just taken 4 tests, right? Or 3 tests and a lab practical. So, we really didn't give them any time off to enjoy their last semester before they go out on their next 2 semesters of being out full-time in the clinical world. So at this point, we symbolize it. They will actually get their white coat. And so we could call it a white coat ceremony, but because we like to celebrate going into the first full-time and then your final 3 affiliations, we call it the moving up ceremony. Okay, so I have always enjoyed this cohort because they were the last ones that actually started off in-house for a while. So they started off in-house, and then it's been so nice that we can end in-house. So we have first term when they were in their scrubs, and then we have actually just a weekend ago, pretty much, a new class photo of them. So in their first term, as I said, we started off being in class together. Everything seemed normal. In fall of 2019, we were cruising along. Things were going well. They actually took a safety class where they had to learn and talk about infection control and the importance of hand washing. And who knew how important that was going to be? So they actually had an assignment that they had to put together, like a public service announcement on hand washing. And we had everything from, I think that is Baby Shark that you're supposed to sing. Yeah. And I see Lucas, I think you gave a variety of ones that you could potentially listen to while you're washing your hands. Yes. So this continues, right, until today. So extremely relevant. We were ahead of ourselves. Because then, all of a sudden, we went into lockdown. And so classes had to be done via Zoom. So you can see how excited they were. It was always fun for us as faculty to look out over the Zoom class and see how engaged they were the whole time. If we brought them on campus, we had to maintain our 6 feet rule. So there was only one room that we could lecture in, and that was the lecture hall. So you see how we had everybody all spread out. We had to wear our masks. So, but even that seemed like like a breath of fresh air of being able to bring them in that way. So we did hold a couple of classes in the lecture hall. And then we had the new norm of masking and face masks. So we did that for quite a while. So we all learned how quickly the face mask can steam up, how nice and cool it is underneath those. But we held all of our labs basically fall of 2020, spring of 2021 with our face masks. And it's been nice now this last summer and fall that we've been able to just do without face shields, just the masks and not the shields. But it's been an exciting ride. And then we came back together. And so we did something new with this group. So not, why have anything really the normal flow for the class of 2023? So in our seventh trimester, actually eighth, this is the eighth trimester, you guys, right? Yeah. In their eighth trimester, they all do a community project. And we had been doing a community project with a local senior center down the road and having everyone do the community project at the same time, like holding a big health fair. Well, this year we decided to take our, basically our project on the road. And we went to 9 different senior centers and really touched over 150 different seniors this year. So it really was pretty exciting. And I have to admit, I got to attend all but one. I now have learned the Macarena again. It was a while since I had done that. I started learning a little Tai Chi. So we were holding the ball in that one picture. A nice warm up and how I should be warming up before golf, which I don't, but I should. And then we have down here just a number of different, when we're in the senior centers, it was all about getting up and moving. And we like to promote a lot, making a difference, not only if you have an injury, but also going out and making a difference when it comes to prevention and helping people move later on. So we were able to end this last semester in-house, in labs, out there in the community, and it really was a wonderful, wonderful event. All right. The faculty are all like, what's so exciting? So at this part of the program, what we like to do, so the third year students all they vote on who they want to give a student speech. And this year it is Moon. So off you come.
Testing, testing. Excuse me while I just freestyle this without a piece of paper. Just got to go off the top. Can I take this off? Is that okay? Cool. Hi, everybody. My name is Moon. I'm a class representative, and I have the honor of being the student speaker for today's ceremony. To start things off, I'd like to begin with a big shout out of appreciation to the Mercy College faculty and staff. You guys don't have to clap at every single thing. Nobody could have predicted what we would have gone through these past 3 years. It was difficult. But it's thanks to their hard work, dedication, flexibility, agility, and patience that led us to where we are today. So on behalf of the entire class of 2023, I'd like to say thank you. Dr. Matthew Highland has told our class on numerous occasions that when the Mercy faculty get together and decide who they want to admit for that year, they don't look at just the best individual. They look for the greatest team. And I feel like for our year, they really knocked it out of the park. Not that I'm biased or anything. Moving on, I'd like to say thank you to our friends and family, those of us here with us today, those of us watching from online. How's it going? And those who weren't able to make it. We thank you so much for your love, your support, and for your understanding of how crazy our unorthodox schedules are. And during the off times when we are at home, if you ever fed us during our really long online lectures, we really thank you for the food. Please don't stop feeding us. That other stuff, it's okay. That food, keep it coming. On the topic of food, I have a public service announcement. This on behalf of the entire class. This goes out to all of our grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, friends, etc. Whenever you see us for any major holiday and your back's been killing you, or your ankle's making this funny noise, or your neck hasn't been moving right ever since you slept weird, and you really want to talk to us about it, but you see a plate of food in our hands, I'm going to respectfully ask you to take a lap. Let us at least finish our food first, and I promise we'll take a look. But it's probably got to be the only real lunch break we will ever have. And now, I'd like to address my 32 fellow colleagues in front of me. Guys, we're here. It feels surreal to me giving this speech in front of you all, just knowing that a couple years ago we were struggling and frantic about our first gross anatomy practical, or fumbling with a blood pressure cuff for the first time, and just seeing where we all are now, I'm so proud. Over the course of these 3 years, I've had the distinct pleasure of serving as one of the class representatives alongside Angelo and Sarah. And aside from the emails that I would have to send, or asking one of the lovely faculty here to please push that deadline so we're not drowning, or the occasional IT I would have to provide whenever something technological went wrong. Thank you. I picked up another task along the way, which was being a first-person observer of how much we've grown all throughout. And during that time, I've noticed that we all kind of share a lot of the same characteristics and traits, and I like to share some of that with us now. Pause for dramatic effect. Number one, we are all strong-hearted individuals. We all have our own beliefs, we stand firm on those beliefs, and we will defend those beliefs. Someone didn't get the phone memo. And I find that so admirable because none of us are passive bystanders. If we feel like something's off, if we feel like something's wrong, if we feel like something should be said, we speak up. And regardless of what side of the argument you may be, to me, that's irrelevant. What I want to focus on is that strength, that boldness, that courage that it takes to actually stand up and say something. And I hope we take that heart into the profession as we move forward. You don't have to clap. Number two, we all genuinely care about people. Now, some of you might fight me on that, but hear me out, hear me out. Over these past couple of years, I've seen us all spend countless hours in Open Lab, in the library, in an available classroom, spending extra time after a 9-hour-long lecture to even stay to reinforce what we just learned. Can you imagine that? More than 10 hours of learning? Jeez. And we did all that, yes, to get an A, because, we got to get that grade up. But ultimately, it was to hone in our skills, build that foundational knowledge, and develop those techniques to be better practitioners, to be the best physical therapists, to be the greatest caregivers we could possibly be to the people that will come along our way. And if that's not caring for your fellow man or woman, I don't know what is. Number three, we're all smart. Again, some of you might fight me on that, but hey, we all had to meet a minimum academic requirement in order to be seated here, and it makes me so happy to say that all 33 of us are seated here today. And regardless of what that one quiz said, or that one test said, or that one practical, or that one assignment, or that final we just took, 5 hours ago? That's old news. That's in the past. We are so beyond that now. You guys are jealous. So, as far as I'm concerned, give yourselves a pat on the back. You guys are smart. I'll take some of that too. Number four, we're all genuinely good-looking people. Even without the masks on. I think that sentence speaks for itself. I won't dive any deeper than that. And number five, we're all humble. So guys, play it cool. There's cameras, people are watching. Get my good side. I'm just kidding. I don't have a bad side. And I say all of these positive characteristics and traits, and I wholeheartedly believe every single one of them to say that as we move forward and look towards these next couple of months of our clinical fields, we're still scared. We're still nervous. We're still excited. A term I've coined, nerve-sighted. Feel free to use that, but if you do, just make sure you put me down in your reference. AMA format only, moon, superscript 1, please. Thank you. I will check. And we're nerve-sighted because we don't know what clinicals has in store for us. We don't know if we're going to be able to answer our CI's question right away. We don't know if we're going to be able to diagnose correctly right away the first time. We don't know if we might mess up. We don't know. And I find that so encouraging because when you don't know something, it means you're being challenged. And when you're being challenged, that opens up an opportunity to learn. And if you're learning, you're growing. Let's never stop growing. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. This is the last part, though. Finally, I would like to give an honorable mention to a talent that we all collectively share as a class. Clapping. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but we love this. We do it. Our class, in particular, we are so good at celebrating all of the moments. Whether it be someone goes up and volunteers to be a guinea pig for a demonstration that a professor's going to do, even before they do anything, we applaud. Sorry about that, but I'm not sorry. Whenever one of us answers a really challenging question that the faculty give us, and we're like, dang, you smart, okay, I see you. To whenever we finish a final, to whenever a closing semester ends, we applaud all of that. And then even to the bigger moments, when Lee had his son, Timmy. When Lucas had his son, Amari. When Angelo announced that him and his wife will be having a daughter soon. When Adam brought his puppy Odin home, who's now a gigantic fluff ball. When Ben bought his house. This man's 4 years younger than me, and he's bought a house already. Jeez. Whew, and he's married. My gosh. When Krista announced that she got engaged. When Jackie announced when she got engaged. When Andrew said he got engaged. We celebrated all of these moments. Small, big, everything in between, personal to professional. We celebrated all of those moments together as a team. And it's my hope moving forward into these next couple of months of our clinical fields that even though we are going out individually, we still take the time to celebrate these moments together, even if we're not physically together. So, if I could ask the assistance of my two boys, Dan Steinberg and Dan Bach, if you guys could give us a 3, 2, 1 countdown. Let's celebrate another job well done. Boys?
3,
I'm done with my speech, but now I have to introduce the next speaker. This I don't have memorized, so I'm going to have to read off here. So before I start reading, no, I'll just read it off. So to introduce Stephen D'Ambrosa, also known as Dr. D. He has his PT, DPT graduate of Mercy College, class of 2012, a martial artist enthusiast, and instructor for 18 years. Stephen loves everything about the physical body and movement, which caused him to naturally gravitate towards physical therapy, using his unique style as part of his treatment approach and patient care. Stephen, it feels weird calling you Stephen, I'm sorry. Stephen has been assisting as an adjunct professor in modalities, biophysical agents, and orthopedic-based classes. Stephen is a great mentor to his students who affectionately call him Dr. D. Oh, wow, it's in here. Some of Stephen's specialties include treatment of the spine, shoulder, hip, knee, and concussions. He is comfortable treating an array of conditions in all patient populations. Stephen is also the clinical director and multi-site manager with Motion Sports Medicine, where he oversees 7 clinics for the company. Wow. Stephen has been married to his wife, Myra, for almost 5 years. They are blessed with a daughter, Madison Grace, born in 2020. And it's with great pleasure and honor to pass off the mic to Dr. D.
Thank you so much. Get over here. Thank you.
I warmed them up for you.
Yeah, you warmed it up enough. I don't know if I could beat your speech mode. I mean, at this point, forget the thing I wrote down. No, I'm going to need that, please. But no, it's great that you spoke from the heart, and that's what this is about. Is just speaking from the heart. How much work you put into this program so far, and I'm just proud of all of you. Now let me get to the speech. Good afternoon, everyone, and everyone watching here today. It is both a humbling and surprising honor standing here today representing the cohorts of Mercy College Doctor of Physical Therapy program. Mercy has been a major part of my life. This is where I earned my undergraduate degree in health and sciences, achieved my doctoral degree of physical therapy, like Moon said, in 2012, became an adjunct teacher for the program in 2013, and most important, it brought my wife and I together. I had the brownie points, I hope that's... I have been very fortunate to have known many of the professors in this program for over 13 years now. And out of those 13, have assisted for 9 of those years. It has been wonderful for me as a physical therapist and an adjunct teacher, being a key part of your graduating school experience and in pursuit of your doctoral degree. I have learned a lot and continue to grow as a clinician, manager, leader, teacher, and mentor. To do this, I stay focused by remembering and abiding by 4 key points, which I will share with you all today. These are key points that are taught to us from the beginning of our school years to the end when we move on to our clinical affiliations as students and when we start treating patients as licensed physical therapists. What are these key points? They are goals, reflection, communication, and listening. I have learned a lot. We are programmed to ensure that we achieve patients' short and long-term goals, make sure they self-reflect on their injuries and pains and progress, communicate effectively with them, and promote two-way active listening, us to patient and patient to us. However, do we do this effectively with ourselves? We get so consumed with day-to-day habits, careers, our personal life, and hobbies that we sometimes forget to set short-term and long-term goals for ourselves. Even if we do, we can forget to revisit these. We also forget to self-reflect daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. This will affect our cognitive, emotional, and behavioral processes, because self-reflection and being goal-oriented together improve the clarity and outcomes in our lives. Combining these two factors along with communication and listening is pertinent and will develop you into a better clinician, colleague, manager, leader, and mentor. Having a mentor in your life and a part of your career path is important, especially during those pivotal moments. Whenever I have a dilemma or a pivotal moment, I am not afraid to reach out and communicate with my mentors. And at this time, I do want to recognize these three for being major role models in my career path. Dr. Matthew Highland, Dr. Nan Highland, and Dr. Kathy Ryans. I would not be the clinician and multi-site manager of 7 clinics today if it was not for their involvement, expertise, and guidance. I thank each and every one of you for believing in me and giving me the opportunity to give back to the profession and to these amazing students as an adjunct professor. It is wonderful to see how each of you have grown from year 1 to now, and I am enamored to be on this journey with you. Look at me as the one of those teachers and mentors that you feel comfortable and could come to me whenever you can. Always reach out to me because I genuinely and sincerely mean this. Now that you have predominantly finished your academia, you are all onto your next phase, finishing your clinical rotations. Remember what I said because it is very easy to forget the key points for ourselves. Do not be afraid to appropriately communicate and speak up to your clinical instructors. Communicate clearly, listen, and self-reflect daily on what you did right and how you can improve. If you follow these key points, along with keeping your mentors close and by your side, you are on a good path to achieve greatness. The path to success is to overcome limiting your beliefs, Align yourself with your goals, committing to them, and never quitting. We all come from different backgrounds, cultures, life experiences, and events, but this DPT program under Mercy's College's 3rd floor roof, we're all we're all one student, and our main goal and objective in mind. We become a family willing and wanting to help one another achieve this challenge and major milestone. You're all in this together, and I'm here alongside of all of you. Thank you again, class of 2023, for choosing me to be the keynote commencement speaker on your behalf. I will continue to do my best as a mentor and an adjunct teacher for all of you and for all the cohorts who follow. And believe it or not, you all impact me greatly. Teaching and learning never ends. It's a two-way street. Now go out there and make a difference in people's lives. Give them hope, give them purpose, and be their healthcare provider in assisting them in restoring their functional abilities and achieving their goals. Congratulations again, and I'm proud of all of you. Thank you.
All right, we're getting closer to that moment. Before that, I do want to celebrate a few other things that we typically don't get to celebrate as a big group. So we started adding these in to the moving up ceremony. There's an honor society that's called the Alpha Eta Honor Society. And this society, an individual has to maintain a 3.8 overall GPA or better. So you heard Moon talk about this class is smart. He is serious. There have been years where we have had cohorts where there's one student who even qualifies for this. This year, we had 12 students qualify. It was extremely challenging to us as a faculty because we would love to give all 12 inducted into the Honor Society. Unfortunately, there are rules that you can only do a certain percentage. So this created a first conflict within us as a faculty when it came to how do we choose? Because we, once again, would love to have just done all 12. So there was a lot of deliberation, and we just want everyone to know that all 12 are awesome and really belong. But what we ended up with is these 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 students. So we congratulate the whole class. There is a special Alpha Eta Honor Society induction that's going to happen this Tuesday night, where they'll actually receive their green cord. But once again, it was just absolutely amazing. And one thing that I attribute this to is another thing that Moon brought up, is the sense of community amongst this cohort. It's unbelievably strong. And one thing we have always noted as a faculty, if you have a strong community and a strong support system, it raises everybody up. And you guys do that for each other. I remember one of the first Kines exams, I came in and it was like 3:30, 3:45, and I'm like, you guys have been done forever. And the whole class, these guys were all still in there. And they were waiting for the last student to take the practical exam and to come out so they can start clapping for them. And that's their very first year, so. So that sense of community, it's, once again, we talk about mentorship. You talk about once you leave here, I hope you always maintain that with each other as well. We have a few other awards that we would like to talk about. The first is we started, so my husband and I started the Tom Highland Memorial Scholarship in honor of my father-in-law, who dedicated his life to service. He ran 2 nonprofit organizations, one for battered women, a safe haven for them to go and actually make a life and be able to continue their life, and another for those who were homeless that had mental health issues. Because at the time he noticed that a lot of the homelessness in the area were individuals who needed some counseling and needed assistance. And so he fought every year to get funding to keep these 2 homes open. And the second home, it wasn't like you could just come in and live there. They had to actually have a purpose. They had a plan, and everybody had a plan to leave there, and he had a huge success rate. So when he passed, we discussed trying to give a scholarship to a student who really shows that service and really understands the importance of giving back and how important it is. And this year, so we're not on the committee. So for the class below, the applications are open again for next year. And so there's an awards committee that found the first person who is our first scholarship winner, and it's Nicole Adiami. Congratulations. So I don't even know if this second person even knows that she's going to get this award. Do you? They have, okay. So coming up the first weekend in May, I think it is, or maybe it's whatever, if you call May 5th, 6th, 7th, the New York State APTA of New York, it's our professional association, has our annual meeting. And we give away 1 award to a student for student participation. And this year that goes to Zarina Sanchez. So we're at the time of the ceremony where we're going to start recognizing the students, and we start with the class of 2024. And so I'm going to, how are we doing this? The setup was a little different. We usually have something up here. We're going to grab the stuff. you want to just kind of have them walk? Yeah, maybe stand down. Yeah. All right. So as I said before, the class of 2024, they have completed 2 full years of their didactic curriculum. So they have now gone through childhood and adolescence. So they're still in their adolescent phase. So, you know, they're doing pretty well. They've been sitting pretty tight, pretty well for an adolescent, and they're all staying awake. They're going to go out on their first full-time clinical affiliation for 8 weeks. And then they come back and they'll complete adulthood and maturity. So this group over here is mature, evidently. All right, how are they doing this? Are you gonna instruct her? How are you getting them to? Okay. All right. So first is Leanne Canillis. Come on up. Vivian Chen. Ross Denkenberger. Jeffrey Diones. Lacey Kellenbeck. Gil Moskowitz. Madhav Patel. Marissa Scaramuzzo. And Danielle Stackhouse. All right, so those of you who are wondering, it is a small group. They actually had today off, and so a number of them are starting their clinical affiliations tomorrow, and so therefore we're not here today, so don't get that panicked. All right, and now may I have the class of 2023 stand up and go around. So it's going to go Mark, then you,
Okay.
then Linda.
Okay. First.
Mark. They should be in order. Yep. Mark. Yep. I figure we'll just go in order like this. So you're third. Yep. So while you guys are getting organized, Dr. Campo's group, come to the front. So go with Dr. Campo's group first. All right, are you ready? So the way we do this is when a student enters into the program, they get assigned a faculty mentor. And that faculty member really meets with them and helps guide them and develop them professionally throughout the 3 years here. And so the faculty mentor is going to be the one who's going to coach them. Okay? So for Dr. Campos' group, the first is Anthony Balera. Have him come more in the middle.
Would you like me to stay? I'm gonna get off the stage, or
They want him in the middle of the stage so they can see.
There we go. So while Tony or Anthony is actually demonstrating the lab coat, on the upper left lapel, which is actually, oh, nope, over on the left lapel, there's actually a lapel pin. So it's a Mercy College physical therapy lapel pin. So once they graduate and go to professional conferences or something like that, they always also have their Mercy physical therapy lapel pin. We'll be here all night at this fate. No. All right, next is Peter Choi. Anthony. All right. Noreen Mohammed. Lisa Piccone. All right. So now we're going to have Dr. Gurley's group. First is Nicole Adiami. Christine Arcuri. Adam Bush. Brittany Hurst. Daniela Osorio. Andrew Simon. And Olivia Tarka. All right, next is Professor Feedback. So the two for feedback. Which coat do you have right now? Which one? Yawande. Yes. Yawande. Oh, sorry. Yawande. Hold on. It's. I know. She didn't get me to say that name. And Jacqueline Skirkanich. All right. Dr. Highland's group's next. All right. First up is Choki, Katero, Crawford. I do have to say one thing about Choki. It was a snowstorm, and it was interviews, and it literally was a snowstorm to the point where we had to cancel interviews. However, this young man had flown in from Texas. So Dr. Matt Highland and I picked him up from the hotel, did the tour, did the interview, and got him back on his plane. And here he is. Next is Bianca Elizabeth Dalrymple. David Jakes. Sarah Obniel. Lucas Quivers. And Daniel Steinberg. All right, Dr. Hansen's group's next. All right, first up is Daniel Bach. Jessica Blank. Ooh. Moon Chung. Lee Powell. Kevin Terrier. And Noel Tolentino. All right, and last we have Dr. Ryan's group. And first up is Olapeju Adiami. Angelo Anuzzi. Krista Brennan. Christina Focini. Benjamin Gardner. Zarina Sanchez. James Solero. And last but not least, Paul Sylvester. All right, I'm going to have you guys just funnel in real quick because we're going to take a class picture at the end. But the next on our list is we're going to say our pledge. So you guys got to grab your pledges. So grab pledges. Do you guys have yours? Wherever you guys want. We're going to do the pledge, and then I'm going to eventually have you come back up here. So, do you guys have your pledge? All right, class of 2024. You guys are going to say the pledge too. All right. So just a little history of the pledge. This was written by the class of 2027. I always got to look. So as physical therapists, there's a code of ethics that we follow, that we go over in multiple classes with them. And so this group wrote a pledge that we're going to read. Everybody ready? All right. As I enter the profession of physical therapy, I solemnly and willingly pledge the following. I will respect the rights and dignity of all individuals and provide compassionate care. I will be trustworthy towards my patients and clients and all other aspects of physical therapy practice. I will place the welfare of my patients and clients above my own self-interest. I will provide accurate and relevant information to patients and clients about their care and to the public about physical therapy services. I will exercise sound judgment and comply with laws and regulations that govern physical therapy practice, education, and research. I will steadfastly adhere to the highest ethical principles and professional standards. I will advocate for the health needs of society and strive to effect change that benefits patients, clients, and the community. I will cultivate professional confidence, embrace advancements in practice, challenge mediocrity, and work towards development of new knowledge. I will respect the rights, knowledge, and skills of colleagues and other healthcare professionals and seek consultations to benefit adult care and patient performance. Thus, with this pledge, I freely accept the responsibilities that accompany the profession of physical therapy and freely serve the profession and contribute positively to the health of society. So that concludes our moving up ceremony. But before I have the class of 2023 get up on stage, we could take a picture of all you guys somehow coming to get up here somehow. I just want to leave you, as you guys, if you remember, this is our vision of the program, to transform those that will transform societal health. You are about to go out in 3 months, 2, 4, 8, 6, how many months? A long time of clinical internships from now until the end of December. So take that time and really think about every patient you touch. You are going to transform them. You're going to transform their family. And then in that free time, you can continue to transform yourself, and just really very proud of you, extremely proud of you guys, and have a great clinical. The class of 2023. see that there's a drop over there if you want to take pictures in front of that Mercy College drop thing. But yes, thank you.